Welcome back to this month's edition of Spotlight and Edmonds Real Estate TV show. I'm your host, Wayne Purser, local realtor with Coldwell Banker Bain Real Estate, downtown Edmonds, just located footsteps from the fountain. This month's special guest is Pat Brake with Energy Works, and we'll have our real estate weather report, and we'll wrap up the show with some comments from me. So right now, I'd like to introduce my guest, Pat Brake with Energy Works. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Great.
Appreciate it.
So why don't you tell me a little bit about you before we talk about your company. Where'd you come from?
I'm originally from Duluth, Minnesota.
Okay.
So a little bit like this on the water, but a little bit more chilly.
Yep.
Most of the year.
Sure.
But what brought me out here is I'm a pastor. But I got started working in the HVAC industry probably about 12 years ago now.
Okay.
And just have kind of migrated into Energy Works.
Right. And Energy Works is located in South Snohomish County.
Yeah, right in Mount Lake Terrace.
Okay, fabulous. So as a realtor, I talk to my sellers, talk to my buyers. You need to make sure you take care of your furnace. Why don't you tell me the top 3 things a homeowner would need to do to take care of their
Okay. Well, usually people don't think about their furnaces or their heating equipment, cooling equipment until it breaks. And then it's something that becomes an emergency. So we encourage people, the simplest things is just to change a filter every 3 months or every 6 months, depending on the type of filter. Having it serviced, just like they have their cars worked on, the things you depend on, have your heating equipment looked at once a year at least, depending on what type of system you have. And a lot of times people wait too long. They're not proactive in preparing for a replacement. So a lot of times looking into energy efficiency, looking at what things make it more affordable as far as what utility bills and those things would be, are things to look at instead of waiting for things to happen, being proactive.
Right.
So
Right. And that's what I've found when I get a listing, someone's ready to sell their home. When was the last time they serviced a furnace? You'd want to get that done because it's a thing a buyer is concerned about.
Sure.
How's it working? So with that, I don't believe you do vacuuming out the vents or anything like that, but I know you get questioned.
Sure.
That you have suppliers that you could
Oh,
recommend.
Yeah. We use a certain contractor every time.
Good.
And again, saying that, when somebody, as you're selling and representing a buyer, that's when we say the best time to clean a duct system is then, because it's other people's stuff in the ducts.
Yes.
And they own it. The
Yeah.
next time it's theirs. So
Yeah.
it's a good time to do it then.
Sure. So service, new installation, you'll
Yeah, we do pretty much every type of heating and cooling system out there. We started with being more alternative, did a lot of geothermal, boiler systems, hydronic type systems, and now we've really moved into what we call the retrofit market, which is heat pumps and furnaces and
Right.
air conditioning and ductless systems. So there's quite a few different solutions, as we call it now, for people's needs in their homes.
Right.
That's what I like doing. is
Right,
finding what's best.
and down here in downtown Edmonds, a lot of people don't realize that there are a lot of boiler systems here with radiators that people have.
Yeah, and it is something there's a lot of different feel as far as what heating systems do and how it delivers air or radiates heat.
Right.
And so when people move into new homes, a lot of times understanding how their system works, having
Right.
somebody look and even explain how their system would work
Right.
would be beneficial.
Okay, so let's move. Right now it's April. So as we move from April, we're starting spring, and here comes summer. What about summertime?
Sure.
What happens there?
Well, maybe it's because I'm getting older, but cooling's become more important. But there's a lot of need for cooling, and actually they're saying it's supposed to be a warmer summer this summer than it was even last year and the year before. So that puts it on people, and they tend to think about it in July
Right.
when they're suffering.
Right.
And that's usually when contractors are the busiest with that type of AC application. So
Right.
we usually say when it's April, when it's May, when we're in between seasons is a good time to consider if it's something they would need in their home.
Right, as you mentioned about being proactive, maintaining your furnace during the winter time, but then also being proactive for the summer before it
Exactly.
hits, and you pay a premium
Yeah.
if you wait.
No,
So
that's the whole thing.
All
Trying
right.
to keep the costs down that way.
fabulous. I want to thank you for coming here, being my special guest. How can we reach you?
Well, we are in Mount Lake Terrace, and we just had our website. It's energyworksnw.com. If you wanted to reach us at our office, it's 425-409-5661. And so but we're very accessible right in the Edmonds area. So
Right.
Our service area is pretty much down to the Ship Canal. We do go south on occasion up to Arlington.
Right.
So we try to get away from traffic.
Right.
But we also go to the east side occasionally too. So
Yeah.
try to service
Yeah,
most of our area.
being here in South Snohomish County and close to Edmonds is a great value for homeowners that
Sure.
want to do service. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Being guests. That wraps up this portion of my special guest, Pat Brake with Energy Works, and now we'll move on to our real estate weather report. Welcome back to this month's edition of Spotlight in Edmonds Real Estate Weather Report. We'll start off with Edmonds zip code 020. Current listings are 20. That's down actually 20% from last month. Solds for February was a total of 11. Sales were down 48%. Out of those 11 sales, 5 were condominiums, 6 were residential homes. Weather temperature 96, days on market around 10. Edmonds 026 zip code, 35 current listings, 35 solds for the month of February, 92-degree temperature with approximately 20 days on the market. Muckleteel, Briar, Linwood, Mount Lake Terrace, and Mill Creek. They're actually, South Snohomish County, they're actually up 20% to 170 listings and 164 sales. That was up 10% for the month of February. 90-degree temperature and approximately 30 days on the market. Shoreline, 37 current listings, down 15%, and sales at 45, which was even for the month prior. 100-degree temperature, they're selling very quickly. Days on market there is 15. What I had to do, I had to adjust all the days on markets because there are several homes that have been on the market for 100, 150, 200 days. They're just overpriced and the market has moved up, so therefore it's getting close to the listing price and they do sell, but that's over time. That wraps up this portion of Spotlight on Edmonds Real Estate Weather Report. Now we'll move on to my comments. Welcome back to Spotlight on Edmonds Real Estate TV show. Comments for April 2017. Over the last year, I've reported on the financial reasons purchasing a home in today's market makes sense. Harvard University performs a study every year surveying participants for the reasons that Americans feel are the most important in regards to home ownership. The top 4 reasons to own a home cited by respondents were not financial. So let's get started. Number 1, it means having a good place to raise children and provide them with good education. For the best neighborhoods to the best schools, even those without children at the time of purchasing their home may have this in the back of their minds as a major reason for choosing the location of the home that they may purchase. Number 2, you have a physical structure where you and your family feel safe. It is no surprise that having a place to call home and all the means and comfort and security is the number 2 reason. Number 3, it allows you to have more space for your family. Whether your family is expanding or an older family member is moving in, having a home that fits your needs is a close third on the list. Number 4, it gives you control over what you do with your living space, like renovations, updates. Looking to actually try one of those complicated wall treatments you saw on Pinterest. Want to finally adopt a puppy or a kitten you've seen online 100 times. And number 5, owning a home is a good way to build up wealth that can be passed along to your family. Either way, you're paying a mortgage for you or a landlord. Why not lock in your housing expense now with an investment that will build equity that you can borrow against in the future? Bottom line, whether you're a first-time home buyer or a move-up buyer who wants to start a new chapter in their life, now is a great time to reflect on the intangible factors that make a house a home. This wraps up this portion of Spotlight in Edmonds Real Estate TV show. We look forward to having you next month. Come back and visit us. And oh, by the way, I'm never too busy for your referrals. Thanks again. See you next month.